Welcome.
Welcome to the
Hello?
Hasn't Been
Is
3
this thing
Days.
on? Hello?
Hello.
Hang on.
Welcome.
I think BJ hurt himself.
Oh, I love to just put Justin in a panic. You should see his hip fingers. They're like, go.
I was going to do, I don't know what I was doing.
Well, anyway, welcome to the Hasn't Been 3 Days podcast with your hosts, Justin and BJ. We just do whatever we want to do. So you get to join in and welcome in. And so you, the MVP listener, we're glad you're here. Thanks for joining us. We've got a fun show for you with no guests, but we got a cool
You're my guest, BJ.
Is that like I don't know. Never mind.
I don't know. We would have tried to finish that. You never know.
We got a cool Justin come up with a good lineup. He's a great producer. If you're needing a producer for your podcast or your show, or you got a Seinfeld pilot you want to run, call Justin Rabel. His phone number is 555-777-9110.
That's actually really close. I should put my phone number out there. You did it for yours.
I did
that one time. My number has 5s. It has 2s. It has an 8 in it.
Yeah, and it's really symmetrical.
Literally, that's all my number has. Are 5, 2s, and 8s.
Besides
the prefix.
Yeah.
So if you can figure it out, give me a call. Give me a text message.
There's only 9 quintillion options there. But.
I didn't say. I'll answer your message. Hold on.
It is 402. We'll give it that much. 402.
Yeah, it's not the 531. We don't. You weren't living here when they added the 531.
No, and it's not the 308. He's not out in the boonies.
No, that's where BJ was when he tried to end our friendship.
Yep, I was in the 308. So,
do you ever think about buying a big old 10-gallon cowboy hat again?
I didn't have a 10-gallon one again. I did have a straw one for a while. Because when we lived in Pittsfield, I would go out and help, or not help. I did help a couple times, but we'd go out and ride horses or do that kind of stuff. We did help one time. That's a cool story. We went and helped move cattle from one pasture to another, and we did it on horseback. So there was like a string of, I don't know, probably 10 of us on horses. And some of us not experienced with this at all. It was kind of just to go on a horse ride, but we got to move the cattle, so that was kind of fun. It was a great time. So
kind of like that movie City Slickers.
Yeah, a little bit, but safer. Now the guy that was hosting us, he's in our church. Really, really great guy. I was actually riding his horse, his regular horse. He had a very good horse.
Do you remember what that horse's name was?
No.
Okay. All right. Keep on
going. I don't want to disrespect him or the horse because it was a really solid horse. By guessing, because I don't even know.
You think that would offend that person?
Maybe the horse. I don't want to offend the horse.
Yeah, don't offend the horse.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
So anyway,
so he sidetracked.
He was on another horse that they had broken the horse, but I don't know that they'd worked it like this before. So it was still fairly, and that horse bucked him right as we were getting started. It got spooked by one of the cows, and this guy, I won't say his name because I don't have his permission, but he used to ride broncs and bulls in the rodeo when he was in high school, and I'm in the back of the line. He was in the front of the line, and I'm watching him as this horse is just going crazy, and he's riding it like a bronc. He's in the pen again, and I'm like, that's not what when they're riding those in the rodeo and they're spurring them, and he's spurring him to try to calm him down.
Yeah.
And he ended up getting thrown, but he was okay. He didn't get hurt. He's done that his whole life, so he knows what he's doing, but it was a little bit scary for sure, but he jumped right back on it, and the horse did fine after that. So it was an interesting start, but it was fun. Anyway, that's a free story. That wasn't in the notes.
They're all free stories. We don't charge for this podcast, but if you would like to be a certified monthly member, I had somebody from Nebraska Public Media come to my door, and they're like, shows like Backyard Farmer and shows like This Old House, they can't be put on NPR without your support. And I was like, okay. I'm
Shows
like,
like Hasn't Been 3 Days podcast.
I was like, we could use your studio for the podcast if you'd like. I'll donate. And I was like, do I get in? I said to them, I was working in the yard, so I wasn't really like in the mood. I was like, do I have access to the studio of any sorts to do some producing? And he looked at me like he had no idea what I was talking about. Probably because he has no idea of anything about technology.
He's
just a sales guy. And then just to stick it into me, we had a good rapport, and he moved on to my neighbor's house, and my neighbor Joe, next door. I didn't ask for permission, but his name is Joe. He signed up, and the dude walks down the stairs, and I'm like cleaning my mower off, and he's like, "Oh, your neighbor Joe just donated. Don't you feel bad for being left out?" And I was like, "No, you can move on." And he's like, "I probably shouldn't have done that. That's pretty bad for me to do that." And I was like, "Yeah, it was. You're making me trying to feel bad that I didn't donate my $5 or $50,000."
You're entering into a shake your fist at the clouds moment.
Oh yeah.
But before we.
Some things never change.
Hey, everybody, an old man's talking.
Yep. That's one of those moments. So I said it's whatever. Just don't make me feel bad.
Yeah, for sure. But so before I get to my shake my fist here, if you have Joe's contact, I'm looking to raise money for our nonprofit. Maybe he wants to donate to Soterra International, and we could. I've got goal on the table for donations. So
yeah, you don't get like a signed Tom Osborne football or volleyball from John Cook or anything like that.
No, we have a signed football from Thomas Cosburn. Okay,
not related to.
It's
almost
it's almost like Tom Osborne, but it's Thomas Cosburn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
We could get a volleyball signed by Daniel Bushboomer.
Wow.
How's that? Are we close?
This is wowzers.
Okay. No. Okay.
How do you feel about people coming to your door asking for money?
All right.
Here we go. Here we go.
I get it. Okay. And I don't know, Justin, have you ever done door-to-door sales?
No. I did sell newspapers in other cities.
Newspapers
from a phone, downtown Lincoln.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
JRW sales.
So
small town Kansas. Anyways,
door-to-door sales is hard work. It's not easy, and most people have signs on their house right now or their door that say no solicitation. And I'm a rule follower, so I'll walk up to a door and I'll see that sign and I would walk away. But when I worked in door-to-door sales, they said you need to just ignore that sign or pretend you didn't see it. I won't tell you what company that was because there are lawsuits out there from people suing them because they're breaking the anti-no soliciting law in doing that. However, here's what I respect them because it's hard work.
Yeah.
Now, I will respect somebody until they give me a reason not to. So you're going to come to my door and I'm going to answer the door because I don't have a peephole, and that if we look out the window and they see us and we make eye contact, then I'm probably going to feel bad and answer the door.
You don't have a Ring camera or anything?
No.
Okay.
So
I do know your code to your house.
Yeah, we have.
Remember that.
Well, don't share that on here either. But so this guy comes to our house. He's training somebody. They're selling cell phone plans. Okay.
And tough sell.
And I'll say the name because I actually interviewed with the company because I got looped into their promotion for a job when I was unemployed. But anyway, it's AT&T.
Oh.
I'm not with AT&T.
Neither am I.
But as anybody who's on a cell phone plan and you're coming up to renewal and your company you feel like they're giving you the shaft, you want to listen to what the deals are sometimes.
Yeah.
So this guy's there and he's talking to me. He's going through a spiel. I'm like, I know I'm not going back to AT&T because I've been there before and I don't like them. But he's training somebody. And so I personally at the time was selling insurance, so I know the sales game and I get it. You just assume the sale, you go right through the first no, whatever. So he goes on his spiel. He's telling me the whole thing. How many cell phones you got? I tell him, and he's like, "How much are you paying?" I tell him. He's like, "Oh, I could save you, $100 a month, easy. Let me just show you." I said, "Okay, you show me. You get me new phones. We'll see." So he shows me, and he's like, "This is what you got to do. Then you got to do this and this." And I'm like, "Nope, I got to do too much now." So
that seems like you went past step 2. BJ's done.
Yeah. Well, you're putting it more on me than on you.
Correct.
Okay. You're just trying to get my stuff in your system instead of actually taking care of me. That's where I have a problem. And so I said, "No, I'm not interested." And he keeps going. So I'm like, okay, let's see where he goes and how he pivots this. And he starts putting pressure on me. He starts talking about the way I use my phone or the way my kids use the phone. I'm like, hold on. You don't know about me. Don't get to talk to me like that. I said, I'm not interested. And he keeps going. Now he steps closer. He steps closer to my door. Oh. And I'm like, I said, hold on, sir. I said, I've just told you no 5 times, and now you're walking closer to my door. You need to leave now. He's like, nope, I'm going for 10. I said, now you're being disrespectful and you need to get off my property. And I shut the door in his face. So if you're going to be a door-to-door salesman, when somebody tells you no, go through the first one if that's what you're trained. Go through the second one even if that's what you're trained. But you get a third no, you better kindly say, thank you for your time. Sorry to interrupt your dinner. Sorry to interrupt your life. I'm going to leave you alone, and walk away.
Yeah. There you go.
There you go.
Woohoo! Who's laughing now? Shut up.
Yeah. Yeah. And then sometimes they're like, "Oh, we'll take your information down. We'll take your payment information so we can process this." Right. I'm like, you're walking around with like khakis that are too short, and well, maybe that's the style. I don't know. I guess I don't know. And I don't know. Yeah, whatever.
Anyway, yeah, that could segue us to getting back on our show outline here.
Well, a little bit. Go ahead.
Tell me about your viewpoint. I know I have a viewpoint on this, but I'm curious your viewpoint on the difference between being nice and being kind.
Ooh. Nice versus kind.
Yeah.
Well, I can fake a lot. Well, I don't know.
And I'm not talking about when you're driving, because we know you are neither nice or kind when you're driving.
No, not at all. Everybody's too slow. They don't know what they're doing. Yeah, I'm probably I'm not I can be, I think, well, you can see what I'm thinking most of the time on my face. And so a lot of times it doesn't come off as like I'll make a face about something that I don't agree with or look. So I probably don't look very nice half the time. But I'm usually try to be kind to people and give them the benefit of the doubt until they spurn me. And then it doesn't work out. But, you can, there is a moment and there's a degree of being kind to people in life, right? Because I think we can be kind to most people because we don't know what everybody's going through. There are situations where we do know what they're going through, but we might know what they're going through, but they don't know that we know. And so you have to kind of play the game of being kind, but it doesn't mean you can be kind, but you don't have to be overly nice where you feel like you get stuck in the muck with them. And I think that's the biggest thing for me is there are countless situations where I'll just, we have to be kind, or I'm kind to a situation or a person, but doesn't mean that I have to go above and beyond. I mean, we've talked about it before. Like, my inner circle becomes really small sometimes, and once you get in it, then you get all the niceness ish. I can still be, but anyways, I'm kind of rambling. But
yeah, I think we get. I think most people empathy it fits in there for sure, and you can have a spirit of empathy that can be both kind and nice. I see that. I get that, but I just think we correlate kindness and niceness as
they have to be the same thing.
That they're the same, and they're not the same. And I say this coming out of a season of experience where I've been treated by many people as if I'm a ghost. I'm non-existent. Like I'm not even a human being. And I'm talking from people that are claim to be Christians. Now, I've learned in this season too that when you claim the name of Christ and you claim that you are a Christian, which literally translates to little Christ, that you're walking around with his name, that we should emulate the things of Jesus, right? That's what we should do. Well, scripture tells us what that looks like, right? So I'm going to preach in my shaking the fist here for a minute, and hopefully my heart comes through and not just my words. But Paul's words in Galatians 5, when he's writing about the fruit of the Spirit, he says these things. He says, but the fruit of the Spirit, capital S, so the Spirit meaning, for those of you that aren't in the church or Christians, Spirit with a capital S is part of the Trinity, God, Jesus, Holy Spirit. The fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, forbearance, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Against such things there is no law. Here's how this AI defines these fruits real quick. Love, unconditional care for others. I think we could agree there. Joy, deep, lasting inner happiness. Okay. Peace is calmness despite difficult circumstances. I agree with that. Peace goes beyond our circumstances. Forbearance, that's one we kind of just dismiss. We don't know what it means. Forbearance is patience and long-suffering. So again, I can relate. You can relate to that in your life and what you've gone through. Kindness. Here we go. Generosity and warm-heartedness. Generosity and warm heart. Both of those things come from the heart. Goodness, high moral character. Faithfulness, loyalty and steadfast trust. Gentleness, humility and mild-mannered behavior. Self-control, mastery over sinful desires. Those are just some general definitions here, but the difference between kindness and niceness and how that's lived out. And I've learned this over this season. I'm gonna stand on a soapbox for a minute here, because if I'm gonna claim to be a little Christ and follow Jesus, then I need to follow his teachings, which are part of Paul's words here. The fruit of the Spirit. We should be producing fruit that is like Christ, or like the Spirit, Holy Spirit. Therefore, kindness is a fruit of the Spirit. Guess what it didn't mention in here? Niceness.
What?
It doesn't say anything about being nice.
True.
Now, don't mishear me. Can you be nice?
I'm going to hear it. I'm going to twist it everywhere.
Can you be nice while you're exuding love and joy and peace and kindness and absolutely you can. But like you just said, when somebody is crossed a boundary that now you have to put up, you are no longer entitled to be nice to them.
Yeah.
But as a Christ follower, you should still be kind. To me, kindness goes beyond generosity and warm-heartedness. Kindness is respect.
Yeah,
I'm going to respect you till you give me reason not to. You know, to use that short illustration, I'm going to be nice to this salesman as he comes to my door and let him give his spiel even though I'm not interested. That's niceness. Being kind is saying, you know what, I'm going to listen to you. I know you're working hard. Here you go. Here's an opportunity to do your pitch.
Do you know how many times nice is mentioned in the Bible?
I don't.
No matter what version.
How many? Zero? Oh, my.
Uh-oh. I mean, that's...
Yeah. And
what's a quick little search says it appears 0 times in standard translations, King James, NIV.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah. it just proves my point here is that I think so many times, even when Christians have been wrong, they sit here and say, well, we need to be nice to them. We need to take the high road. You need to take the high road, but taking the high road is not being nice. Doesn't say anything about being nice. And when somebody crosses that boundary that you can then put in place for healthy relationship, for healthy boundaries, you can still pray and seek the fruit of the Spirit in kindness and treat people with kindness and respect, but you do not always have to go out of your way to be nice. I like how you put it. Niceness kind of goes beyond. Niceness is the icing on the cake, if you will.
Yeah, it's like the dessert at the end of a good steak.
Sure.
I don't know. That's just what I had recently.
It's like the birthday cake after you take the candles off, you know.
Yeah, well, that's a bad analogy for me, but hey, I get it.
So anyway, I just think it's interesting how we call people to be nice because they're Christians, and it's like, nope, I'm not called to be nice. I'll be respectful and kind, but I don't have to be nice. And there is a difference. Now, if somebody wants to debate me on this, let's have a conversation, and I will be respectful and kind with you, but we may disagree, and that's okay.
Or BJ will come after you with sorry, I don't know. I had to lighten it up a little bit. But no, really, like, I'm giving you one of these. This is, like, BJ, you put it way better than I did. I started it, I stirred it, and then you finished it off. So for that, you get this. So thank you. You really did a good job. I appreciate you putting that. I know it is something that we've talked about recently, and situations and how we deal with it. And I mean, just every day you can be kind to people around you because you don't know the next person you're walking next to. Just being kind by just looking at them in the eye and saying hello.
Yeah.
Like, nice is like, hey, tell me your story, or what do you need? Like, that's the above and beyond piece. Yeah.
I think about, and we haven't talked about our last 3 days, but I mean, I think about in my last 3 days of dealing with people who have been the epitome of evil to me.
Yeah.
And to my family. And yet I have to go into their world, literally into their house.
In the world. Yeah. Yeah.
And make a decision of how I'm going to act. And I can walk into that house and greet that family with kindness, but I do not have to sit there and give them more of me than is what.
No,
it's not healthy.
You can be kind. Safe. You can be respectful for their property, be there.
Yes. 100%.
And just sit there. But you know, the weird thing is, like, sometimes when that happens, and this is not the case that I'm aware of, but I know other situations, it's like people would complain, where you just, like, kind of be nice and or kind, and you just kind of stay in your little area, right? And you just kind of stick to yourself, and then it comes back to bite you. It's like, well, you weren't interacting, or you just kind of hid. You're like, well, actually, I hid because it's probably safer for everybody. I'm taking the safe route for verbally destroying somebody or something. So that's where I come when I put in situations that I don't want to be at. I'm like, well, I don't really want to be here. Like, don't invite me to weddings. Like, I'm not a big wedding guy. I'll sit in the back corner. So no, I'm just shook. I mean, and so, but yeah, I'm the same way. It's like, I'll just sit back and be like, all right, you can complain that I'm just hanging out. I don't know what else you want me to do.
And there's a real thing when people, the way you receive love and kindness doesn't always directly affect or impact or is the way it was intended either. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm married to somebody who is very kind to anybody and everybody. People are drawn to my wife because she is kind, because she has a heart of love and compassion and empathy. And her kids are the same. Her daughters are the same. They have a heart of gold, and people are drawn to that. But there's also times, and it's none of their fault, but when your kindness can be misguided and received as something more than it is.
Yeah.
And I've seen it happen with my wife. I've seen it happen with our daughters as they are kind to somebody who receives that as something more than it was intended, and they twist it and pervert it and make it something it's not. And that's where we get in trouble. And that's where we have to have discernment and wisdom and boundaries. We have to have
100%.
boundaries, because if we don't, here's the difference. I know I'm going to preach now.
Yeah.
We can have boundaries and we can have walls, right? We can have safeguards, or we can put, the way it was described to us in our small group as we were going through some healing stuff and some grief stuff was, you can have, do you put up gates or do you put up boundaries? And gates, or no, shields. That's what it was. Shields. So we can use shields to shield ourselves, or we can put up boundaries. And the way I described it to our small group was, shields are defensive.
Mm-hmm.
And even in Scripture, when you think about the shield as the armor of God, what is the shield doing? It's to deflect or extinguish the flaming arrows of the enemy, right? We use the shield as for protection. It's a defensive weapon. It's a defensive shield.
Yeah, that's why it's on the battlefield all the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
But a boundary is an offensive approach. It's an offensive weapon. It's saying, I'm setting this line here, and I'm not going to cross it, but I'm also not going to allow you to cross it because it's not safe. And that's an offensive plan. Now, to put it into sports analogy, people think punting is a defensive play in football. 4th down, we're going to punt. No, punt is an offensive play. Mm-hmm. The punt team is on offense. Why? Because you're advancing the ball into enemy territory. You're moving things. You're moving that boundary. You're stretching things to where you are protected, where you are safe. And that's what we do in our relationships. But when people take our kindness the wrong way, then it gets shifted and construed, and then that boundary can be tested. And if we're not careful, then we got to get the shield out because somebody's gotten too close, and we got to reestablish that boundary. I'm done.
Preach on, BJ. Huh. I wonder if you had that one just locked and loaded for some reason. I think you needed to get that one out.
I'll tell you this, in all seriousness, and that's what I bring to this show, as I bring the serious part of this. But in all serious, like, this has been something, Justin, you know this. We've been dealing with crap for 3 years now, 4 years. And where God has helped me to heal in this area is this very area, is that I don't have to be somebody God has not created me to be. I don't have to pretend. I don't have to be fake. And I can put up a boundary and stick to that boundary, and that's okay. And I don't have to rationalize that to anybody.
Yeah.
I don't have to explain that to anybody. I don't have to tell anybody anything I don't want to, because the case in point is that there are people in this world, no matter what title they put, no matter what they try to do in your life, they are not safe people to have relationships with. It's just a fact of the matter. So you have to be very discerning, and you have to be able to put your boundaries up and say, you know what? You're not allowed. There's been books written. There's one that was a really good book. Don't give the enemy a seat at your table. Don't allow people into your inner circle that don't belong.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we went to Definitely. 2 graduations this weekend. I'm taking this whole show. I'm sorry.
You're fine. You're fine.
We went
I was just going to bring up a news article about people getting divorced, and the husband was going to tear down his ex-wife or their house because they're getting a divorce. But you go ahead. I think this one's better.
We went to 2 different graduations this year, and
not this year. This year or this weekend?
This weekend.
Yeah, this is the past weekend. 3 days.
Yeah. And I've said this to our kids numerous times. I've said, show me your friends, I'll show you your future.
Yeah.
And that's an old adage, and people say it all the time. But one of the commencement speakers said the same thing. Guard your 5 is what he called it. Guard your 5. Watch your 5. And what he meant is the 5 closest people around you are the people that will matter in your life. And are they people that are going to spur you on to great things? Are they people that are going to encourage you? Are they safe people? Or are they people that are bringing you down? And no matter if you're a parent out there, you will have this conversation with your kids at some point. Your friends matter, so choose them wisely. because you're going to have those conversations, or you're going to have those moments. Your friends, your kids have chosen friends that are great friends, and you're like, good for you. This is awesome. You trust them, all the good things. And then you have others that you're like, I don't get a good feeling about this. And then you get to have this conversation and saying, hey, is that what a good friend does? Do they ask those questions? Do they say these things about you? You know, that kind of thing. So anyway, guard your five. Your five.
Yeah, I think I don't remember if I sent this reel to you or to somewhere else, but it was just something simple as like maybe sometimes the people that you haven't talked to, like God's protecting you because they were going to be harmful to you somehow. Like I don't know how that it was worded, but I seen something like that, and it's true. I think there are times where you look back on, hey, why haven't I talked to this person, and then you find out, oh, it's probably because this was going on in their life, and I don't think this would have been healthy for me at the time, or something like that. But I've thought of that plenty of times. So,
yeah. And sometimes we take those things personally, and we don't understand the whole context of why. Like you're saying, why have I not heard from this person? Well, I really did just flush my phone down the toilet. It was no other thing.
Yeah. Yep. You're right. 100%. 100%.
You know, there's a reason, Justin, that you and I have been friends for almost 30 years, 29 years this year.
Counting down the days.
That's crazy. We're going to talk about something else for the next 30 minutes, but 29 years for you and I. You're about to go do something that celebrates somebody for 50 years.
Dude, you know what? And I'm gonna get this out of the way. Becky and I also are celebrating our 25th year.
Wow! Congratulations.
So that's in July. More to come on that. More to come on. Maybe that'll be for another show.
Okay.
But yeah, no, we are the Rabel family. The Rabel family is going to be spending, about 5 days together. Good luck, everybody. Yeah,
it's going to be loud.
100%. This is why we got a mansion. We've got a mansion. And that way we have plenty of floors for everybody to yell on. I think there's 3 floors. I think this is about 5,000 square feet place. I don't really know. I think it is. That's actually pretty big. But we're going to be celebrating my parents' 50th wedding anniversary. Congratulations to them and Karen. I don't know how. Yeah. It's crazy to think. I remember like when my parents turned 40 and they had the over the hill parties, and then they had anniversaries, and like those don't really. You don't really think about them until they start happening to you, and thinking about the things that that your milestones are going. Like I think about like Becky and I being married, and thinking about the example is our parents, because our parents' relationship and how it's like kind of grown through us, and the things and the examples we see, and the fun things that our parents have done for the family, the good times, the hard times, the times that you look back and you're like, oh, they did that for a reason. Like there was a time where like we shared one car. Like it was tough. Like I think about that now and I'm like, how did we ever do it? But I think
they just gave you whatever you wanted. That's why
whatever. Stop.
I was over there for some of those conversations. Yeah, it's like I'm taking the car.
Yeah, well, there was that, but there are times where like we were just in a position that we couldn't do a lot of things, but we never felt that way. And I think you have talked about this a little bit. We never felt as a family that we were left out of things or we couldn't do things. Like we always made it work. And I think about that now, about the things that my parents did, like the extra things or the things that I was ungrateful for because I didn't get what I wanted at the time, or so those are the things that I appreciate the way they handled those things, because that helped my relationship with my spouse and showing my kids the right thing. So So yeah, 50 years. It's crazy. 50
Well,
years.
they've been guests on the show. Let's shout them out for officially. Tim and Sharon Rabel, 50 years, June
Oh,
20.
that's their last name?
Yeah, Rebel.
Oh, dang. I've been
Like the
saying it
bat.
wrong this
Remember
whole
the
time.
bat? Rebel?
Yeah, the rip.
Tim
Yeah,
and
the Rabel bat.
Sharon Rebel.
Rebel? Yeah, Rabel with no Y, people. If you're going to send any cards, I mean, I don't know how many times we get that. Is it Rabel with a Y? No, not at all.
Have you heard those jokes? Like,
And our Mike, and our uncle's not named Mike. Probably bad timing. He's in the news. Say it again. What?
the whole. I hear this on another podcast I listen to. People call in about Brett with one T, or what's the difference between Jonathan and John? John with an H or without an H, and then you get this. How do you spell it? I remember our friend Jeff went through a phase in high school because
My
people
name
would
is
say,
Jeff.
he'd say, "My name's Jeff," and somebody'd say, "How do you spell it?" And he'd go, STEVE.
Wow.
Like, yep. So.
Oh.
We just got off track.
Yeah.
Tim
No,
and
you're
Sharon
good.
Rabel, 50 years.
50
Woohoo.
years coming up here in in a couple weeks. We're just celebrating a little early because of timing of vacations and availability for a house to fit 14 people in. So
You know, that was
crazy.
really cool that you said that. I don't think we learn exactly from our parents until we've been in similar situations, right? And you just alluded to that. That's so big. I mean, we've talked about this when we've had your parents on and then my parents on, just the influence that they've had in not only your life as their child, but, you know, it's pretty rare that the oldest child is the favorite. But as you guys were teenagers, you by far were the favorite. There's no doubt about that. I mean, I was clear.
Oh, well, you know.
But I will say this. I mean, like I said, I was joking, but I wasn't. I mean, it'll be a loud weekend because you guys are loud. You're a loud family. And if you want to get anything across, you got to be able to speak over Sharon Rabel. And
you have to actually just get higher than her. So you just get to stand on a table. She's not going to do that. She's not going to do that. She might throw something at you while you're on the table to make sure you fall.
She may throw her book at you because she will.
Dude, you know what?
Nearby.
Yeah, she'll probably bring Gone with the Wind. I think she's read that book like 19 times. I think she's on her 10th copy of it. She breaks those spines and they just like fall apart. You've seen her bookshelves.
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And she's got. I would hate for her to be on a TV show where they come in and redo everything. And if you watch those home shows, they always flip every book around because they can't show the spine. I would hate to be in her house if they redid her house and be like, let's just black out. Let's just like pixelate this area.
What?
Like, why is that whole area pixelated?
Yeah,
those books you can't see. You don't
can't
want to see
those. Those are the ones that were burned in school back in the day.
Oh yeah, she probably does have some of those. But
yeah. Like your mom is a reader. She's an avid reader, and she talked about this on the show, Gone with the Wind, and things like that. But does your mom? Do you know? Does she read electronically? Does she read like on a Kindle or an app?
She does have She does have one of those. Yeah, Kindle books.
But does she prefer the real book instead of the Kindle?
She's always about a real book.
Yeah,
I think I think over time she's gotten those Kindles, but I don't know how often she reads them.
Yeah,
I don't even know the last time I seen her with a Kindle like that. I think now with Facebook, she's just on Facebook too much. She's reading everybody else's. It's like a book for her.
Well,
it's read everybody's. Yeah, it's a Facebook. I see what you did there. But yeah, no, like, yeah, I don't even know. Like, I'll be honest with you, I don't even know the last time, if I've ever. My mom still goes to Barnes and Noble. She'll take the grandkids there. They buy books.
Does she go to the library still? How mangled is her library card?
I have no idea. It's probably a digital one now.
Yeah, that's probably true.
I don't remember. Becky used to do it because there's apps now that you can check out books for free from public libraries.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of,
The library's always been free, Justin.
True. My point is, you didn't have to use gas to get there. It was free.
Oh,
You didn't have to drive there. Yeah. So,
okay.
But yeah, no. I'm pretty sure. I think my dad started taking up. I mean, my dad read once in a while too. Not as much as my mom. But that was the other thing too, is having. I mean, you had your dad who was pastor, and this guy in front of everybody all the time, preaching the good word. But, having my dad as a Sunday school teacher, as much as we joke about my dad being my Sunday school teacher, it was fun, creative ways to learn, like, the word from his perspective and how he translated it for teens or even middle school kids, right? Like, you're trying to accommodate, trying to teach these kids things like just new ways to interpret that. And so the ways that he used to build games out of, he used to make his own game board. So like it's crazy. It's crazy to think about, and how he presented it to make it fun, and then he always tested it out on us. So yeah, those are things that I hang on to, and so they're 50 years, and they've had to deal with me for 45 of them. I feel bad for them. 40, so 45 and a half they've had to deal with me. So,
well, we're getting a little out of order. That's in your next 3 days. You're going to be celebrating that and going to do that. So that'll be really cool. So, but congratulations, Tim and Sharon. Good job, Rabel kids, putting on a good celebration for them and doing something fun and new. And that's pretty cool. So,
yeah, and that's the only thing they asked for. They just wanted family to be together. They wanted to travel a little bit, but not go too far, so we could all make it. So we landed on Branson, and we're going to go there and stay in the house and yell, scream, maybe film a secret podcast episode that no one knows we're recording. I'll just record all the audio.
That'd be cool.
That would be hilarious.
That would be. It would be loud.
Oh my gosh, I would have to take the decibels down a lot. I mean, it'd be a lot for me. I get it. So,
well, we're celebrating Tim and Sharon on 50 years. So, speaking of old, why don't we jump to this day in history?
Whoa, okay.
Trying to just keep things moving today.
No, you're good.
Yeah, that'll get a laugh out of Sharon. I'm sure she'll be cackling in the car. So.
I wonder how they do it. They used to just listen when they picked up Bree, and then I don't know if they listen while they're at the house now, or they literally get in the car and drive around and listen to it for something to do. I don't know. They haven't told me what they've done.
Interesting.
So, I don't know. So this day in history.
This was a good day. Well, a good day. I mean, a lot of things happened on this day in history. 3 notable birthdays on this day.
On the 8th or this week?
On this day, the 8th, June 8th.
Why not 6-7?
Oh, man. I get in trouble for that one. I didn't look up 6-7.
That's okay. So anyways, sorry. Birthdays.
Joan Rivers today.
Oh, Joan Rivers? Is it River or Rivers?
Plural. More than one.
She's got more than one.
Yeah. Now, I don't know if you know this or not, but she was a stand-up comedian born in 1933, on June 8th, 1933. Frank Lloyd Wright, do you know him?
Yes, he was an artist. I don't know. He's got a bunch of houses in. He's got some famous houses in the Midwest.
Did you look him up?
No, I literally nothing. Here,
wow. Yeah, he's an architect whose prairie style pioneered architecture in residential designs. Yeah.
So
right.
He has. I think he has a good amount of houses in the Midwest. I was thinking that I saw something on probably one of those shows that my wife has on TV, like HGTV or whatever, about where some of his houses or the influence of his houses are. But
yeah,
I think there's a house of his is in said town famously occupied by somebody we don't talk to anymore in Illinois?
Okay.
I think there is. I think there's one in Decatur, Illinois.
Yeah. Well, to go back to get all the kids involved on this day, 6/7 in history.
Oh, we brought them all back.
Couple of birthdays yesterday. Prince.
Mm-hmm.
Prince was born on 6/7, and Dean Martin was born on 6/7.
Nice.
So there you go. 6/7. There's your 6/7 shout out, Brenton.
Brenton loves it. Yep, he really loves 6/7. I tell you what.
So, but here's some cool things. Not cool. Again, these are historic things that happened on 6/8. Do you remember who was the suspect that killed Martin Luther King Jr.?
Who was the suspect?
Yeah.
Martin Luther King. Who was the suspect? I don't.
So on this day in 1968, they arrested James Earl Ray is the suspect that assassinated Martin Luther King Jr.
Not to be confused with James Earl Jones, the voice.
Correct.
Yeah, don't get those confused at all.
Very, very true. Very true.
I mean, he did star in Field of Dreams.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, this one, speaking of religion,
back to, what was his name again? What was James Earl?
James Earl Ray.
Why do they always have three names? Why is it always three?
Don't you have three names?
No, but why do we say that for people who murder people?
It's kind of like when you're in trouble and your mom yelled at your name.
This is like names, so. Publicly we're going to yell at you.
Yeah, it's like, you killed him, James Earl Ray.
I just think about it. John Wilkes Booth.
Yep. You know what? That's why we gave all of our kids, they have 4 names.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah,
so they wouldn't murder anybody?
They wouldn't murder anybody. Every murderer has always had 3 names, so now they can't. So.
A good friend of mine doesn't have a middle name. He just has an initial.
Oh, my grandpa was that way.
Yeah. So I gave him a name. Anyways.
So on this day in history, 632. 632.
632?
Oh.
Well, no, it's like 727 here.
No. The year 632.
The year. In the year.
Muhammad, the prophet who spread Islam, died. And here's the good news of Jesus for a minute. This might get us canceled, but I don't care.
Oh.
Muhammad died on this day in history, 632. But guess what?
His brother who?
He's still buried.
True.
Jesus is alive, and he is raised from the dead. So anyway,
Buddha. He's still buried.
He's still buried too. Yep.
Yeah, all of those. I saw a clip of that recently.
So
it's really weird. I just saw a clip about something like this that someone made.
In 1948, June 8th, 1948, the first Porsche was completed.
I remember that.
Yeah, I bet you.
Yeah, just like yesterday.
In 1949, FBI reported and named Hollywood figures as communists, including Frederick March, John Garfield, Edward Robinson. They were named as Communist Party members, just in case you needed to know that. Sports, a little bit of sports. 1966, on this day, the NFL and AFL announced they were going to merge. So there's that.
Okay. Yeah.
And a little pop culture for your brother Nate. Etan Labar. 1984. June 8th, 1984. Ghostbusters was released. Ghostbusters, the movie. So there's your...
Have you watched any of those new reprised Ghostbuster movies?
No.
The ones with Paul Rudd, Kansas City's own Paul Rudd.
No, you might as well put those next to Star Wars as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah.
Jeez, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So I have a question or a comment. If you could add a 0 to any number in your life, where would you put that 0? Just being interrupted here. All right. Well, I guess I'll just talk to myself. So in Alaska, we just got rudely interrupted.
You can't add a 0 to Alaska.
No, I was going to go on to a news story because your wife took over the podcast camera and I couldn't see anything.
If I could add a 0 to any number in my life, where would I put it?
Yeah, this is tough.
Well, I don't think it's tough.
One
I just
0.
Yeah, just one. I need to add 7. That's what I need.
1 0.
You can only add 1 0?
If you could add only 1 0 to any number in your life, where would it be? Would you want it for longer, healthy lifespan?
Well, so instead of being
100, you'd be 1,000?
Instead of being 43, I'd be 430? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, I mean, you could live till 430, yes.
Oh, man. Only 1
imagine?
0. I would
still...
You're beautiful.
No, you're beautiful.
Hey, that's fine. The world can know that she is beautiful.
This episode is brought to you by our beautiful wives.
That's right. That's right.
Mine's
we married well. You know, I would add a 0 to the 1 column and get rid of the first marriage and have just this one. That doesn't make any sense to anybody else, but when you find your person, you find your person. So thankful for that.
Dude, that was a dad joke of the day, and it wasn't really even a dad joke.
No, it's true.
It's just the truth.
True.
This is actually what we should have done first before you said anything.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story.
Urgent, not horrifying. We do love our wives as much as they put up with us.
Yeah. Thank you, Heidi, for coming and greeting me.
Yeah, thanks for interrupting. We love it. We actually do love it when you interrupt because it brings up other conversations. So.
I asked her to, so thank you for her. She did not want to. She did not want to interrupt.
Yeah, because she doesn't really want to talk to me. She just she's just kind to me. Oh, no, I'm joking. I am thankful that she has accepted me for who I am. I think it's really just Becky, but we're okay with that.
No, she loves your family.
I know. We got a healthy, loving text message from her this weekend, and after hearing some stories, I wish I was there. It would have been awesome. I would have loved it.
Yeah.
So zeros. I don't know. Hourly salary. Let's just go with there because you can put a 0 anywhere, and I think that would make it a little like. You wouldn't change the work you do, but you just get an extra 0 per hour. You'd be good.
We got to see what that comes to, though, right? So let's do some quick math. Because I was like, well, even adding 1 0 to the bank account still makes it more than it is, and that's good, right? So that's.
But you're really only talking about, you're only increasing. Yeah, which one would be better? The healthy. That's
I'm going to look right now. That's what I'm doing to see right now.
$300 million.
$100 million.
$300 million or
Holy
$3 million. Or $3
Yeah.
million.
So if you take your
go ahead.
You take your annual salary.
Yeah.
Get down. Well, and you can do this anyway. If not,
I don't math.
I didn't mean that flippantly.
Can you just math it for me, please?
Yeah. So if you're hourly and your hourly salary is going to, it's going to add a lot of zeros to the annual salary by doing that.
Yeah.
So
So put it on your hourly pay, right?
I think I would. I think you're right. I think I would.
I think hourly pay is the way to go.
I think
because I think it will multiply differently.
It does.
Even though you can't multiply zeros, it will multiply better. I'm just telling you, people.
It's exponential growth. Yes, the math is mathing. Yeah,
you know what some people are thinking right now? This is probably what they're hearing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
this segment brought to you by Thelander Cornerstone Financial.
True.
To get all your financial needs. Give me a call. 217-209-2439.
Okay, he'll
taking new clients.
Just don't send text messages or phone calls at the wrong time, or he'll call you out on social media. He'll call you out on the podcast, but whatever. But anyways, all right, man.
Well, that was good.
I think we've done enough damage tonight.
I agree.
Except for we didn't get to.
It's okay. They can wait in Alaska.
I'm just going to go tell people, go search up Dan Sullivan for the Senate seat for Alaska. It's one of the funniest stories. I'm just going to read one line from a news article. It says, this would have meant Alaska was sending 2 Dan Sullivans to Washington. As it is, Dan Sullivan, the teacher, wants to replace Dan Sullivan, the senator, and Dan Sullivan, the mayor, wants to stay all out of it. All right, you got to go read the article. It's kind of a funny situation. That's your to-do list for, I don't know, until next week. Next week. We're going to take next week off. Calling it.
Oh, wow.
We get a week off.
Thank you.
Yeah, because I will be on vacation.
Oh, that's right.
I mean, we could do a show, but I think we would take a week off. And then we're going to come back for a couple weeks, and then we'll have some announcements.
Do you have like a breaking news music clip?
I don't. No,
you need to
have.
One.
We need one.
Like, what's the little bottom line news?
Oh yeah, I need something like that.
News sound. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I don't.
The telegraph is going. No.
Oh, that's not breaking news enough.
No. Glass. Do you have? That could work. Yeah.
That's pretty scary. I'm scared right now.
So next week, don't look for us. The following couple of weeks, you're going to want to look for us. We got some great things planned, a lot of things coming down the pipeline. And as somebody wise once told me back when I was a pastor, it's good to leave when you're on top. So with that being said, we're going to take a break for Father's Day. Happy Father's Day. Happy vacation day. No, it's not Father's Day.
It's not Father's Day. It's Flag. We're taking it off because it's Flag Day.
It's Flag Day. Okay.
We're taking it off because it's Flag Week.
We're going to come back for.
What's your favorite flag?
The United States of America.
There you go. I was waiting for you to say something.
My favorite flag? No. You know what?
Remember? Oh my gosh. Yeah, go ahead.
I wanted to start collecting the state flags from every state I've lived in.
No, hold up. You're pulling my leg. I've never heard this from you ever in our 30 years of existence together.
You never got to see my office here in the church when I had an office here in the church.
No.
So I had the state of Oregon flag in my office.
That's just one state, BJ.
I was just about to say that. I wanted to start collecting the state flags of everywhere I lived, and guess how many I have? One.
Just one. Yeah.
So,
maybe like people could just start sending you flags.
That would be great. Send me flags.
What would you do with all those flags?
I would hang them.
No, where would you put them? Heidi's not going to let you put them up in
She would.
the
If I wanted to, she would. You know what I would do? Here's what I would do. You know how you instead of hanging them up so we could see them all, you know what you do? You get two like long hooks that are you can't see this if you're listening, but
it's
like
like a J hook.
Like a J hook, yeah. Or an L hook. L bracket, right?
Oh.
And you get two of them.
A lowercase or a capital L?
Wow. And you just stack them, and then every day you just rotate it.
Huh.
So every day is a new flag, kind of like the flag of the day.
Yeah, kind of like in Sheldon from Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch that show?
Yeah. So
There's
the
so
thing.
much talk about flags right now.
We should get a flag for all the countries we're in.
Dude.
If you're listening to us in Uruguay or Paraguay or
whatever way,
Mexico or Italy or Bosnia Herzegovina.
Whoa, hang on.
Send us your flag.
I don't even know what you just said.
It's the former Yugoslavia. I just learned that this weekend. They're in the World Cup. Look it up.
Look it up, he says.
And I think we are broadcasting to them.
I'm looking at the list right now. I am currently not seeing that one, but we can.
Never mind.
Got Hong Kong, Malaysia.
Yeah, bring them
Bolivia,
on. Send
Armenia.
your flags to me.
Yeah, Kenya. I think Kenya's a new one for us. Haven't seen that one yet.
Cool.
I don't know what's going on here. I don't know why these people are listening to us. Must have struck a chord.
Ba-dum-ching.
But,
well,
besides the United States, Vietnam is our next highest listeners.
Good morning, Vietnam!
Oh, all right. Well, like we said, I'll be on vacation next week. So unless there's a surprise episode from BJ, which we know won't happen, we'll take a week off. Then we'll come back for a couple weeks, and then we are taking a summer break to refocus ourselves and come back with season 5.
Our farewell tour.
We don't know that. People, we're gonna.
I would like to get a parting gift from every stadium that we visit on the farewell tour, please. So start making your plans now as we go to these stadiums and do our last show in your stadium.
Correct.
I will take your pair of Jordans that I can mount next to my flag.
When that happens, we will do that. You're 100% right.
Yeah.
When it happens.
Yep.
Okay.
I want the Jordan wall like Kobe got.
That's fair.
Okay.
That's fair.
Sounds good.
All right. I don't know. Just remember to go be kind to people.
Be kind.
And rewind your VHSs if you still have them. Which was another news article. Nostalgia's coming back. People want VHSs again. They're bringing out
VHSs. I would take 8 tracks though.
Dude, like they're coming out with older 30-year anniversaries of movies, and they're coming back out with them on VHS right now.
Sweet. That means they're going to sell VCRs again.
100%.
But they're going to be...
Are they going to be VCRs and Blu-ray players together, or VCRs and DVD players together?
Yes.
Or all three?
They won't have the 3 prongs anymore. It'll be HDMI.
Oh, yes. Well, true. I mean, that would be the best way to go. You're right. So.
Yeah. So.
All right. Well... Happy rest of the week. Happy Flag Day.
Yeah, tell your parents I said hey and congratulations and Tim and Sharon.
I'm pretty sure you'll be on a phone call.
Okay, sounds good. Let's do it. Because
it'll probably be at some point where we just need to have some craziness go on.
Let's do it. Give me a call. Let me tell them that I love them from their favorite kid that they didn't birth.
Something like that.
Oh, they'll
tell you that. All right. Well, Okay, well, we need to be done with this, otherwise your head's not going to be able to get out the door. You'll be so inflated. All right. Hey, see you later.
See you next time.
Bye, everybody.
Adios to our amigos in Mexico.
Yo quiero Taco Bell.